Of course, they think you're crazy. They don't see the point. They don't see the vision. They laughed at Noah when he was building a ship in the desert. They just didn't know that the flood was coming. Let me tell you a short story. God told his messenger Noah to build a ship. There was no water bodies nearby, there was no lake, nothing. When Noah asked, God said just to trust him. So Noah, with the help of God, cuts logs, builds a ship in the middle of nowhere. As he's working on it, sorry, there was a helicopter passing by. As he was working on the ship, on the ark, people passing by would laugh at him, call him crazy because no, why are you building a ship or building an ark in the middle of the highlands? Are you crazy, man? Noah just keeps at it. And when the flood finally came, how do you think the people who laughed at him felt? Now think about this. You, you're working on yourself. You've been sleeping early. You haven't been partying. You've been staying away from all the bad influence. Your friends have been noticing that. Your friends have been noticing that you hang out less, that you're focusing on your healthy workouts more. And they make jokes. They laugh at you sometimes. They call you too hectic. They tell you that you're not having fun in life. Sometimes they call you crazy. Sometimes, like my friends told me, Shaz, why don't you just be normal? Yeah, they think we're crazy, right? But you know what we're building for, okay? When the flood finally comes, our arcs will be ready. God has decreed upon us that the flood will come. I don't know. I'm going a bit too poetic and everything. What I want you to understand that is that it makes total sense that they think that you're crazy because they would never understand what you're building towards. When it finally hits, when the responsibility finally comes, when it's time for them to finally act up, it will be too late. But look at you, you've been working for a long time. What I want you to understand that is when those people tell you that you're crazy, when those people tell you to be normal, when they tell you that you're doing too much, when they tell you that you're already ahead of most of the people, you're not even supposed to compare yourself to those people. They're not even the competition. Of course, you know that you're ahead of all those people already. Of course, you're working on yourself. You're not supposed to be comparing to those people. You're supposed to be comparing to the people who are already on the same journey. When they tell you all these things, I want you to keep on the journey. I want you to keep your head straight. I want you to stay tunnel visioned. You keep forgetting that you keep forgetting the mission. You keep forgetting your future family. You keep forgetting that you need to retire your father. You keep forgetting about financial independence. You keep forgetting about the dreams that you have. Because you have fled, you've already experienced, you've drowned for a long time. You've been suffocating to breathe. You've got out of that water. That's why you're building the ark. You've been drowning for so long, and you know you don't want to fall back to that place. You know you don't want to drown again. When they tell you these things, that they want you to be normal, there is one thing that I've told a couple of people who I know will not judge me, and I can't tell everyone because people think I'm a psychopath and hate me. I'll tell you one thing. When someone tells you to drink with them, when someone convinces you to smoke, if you think they're doing it out of the love for you, if you think that they're doing it because, oh my God, I love him so much, I want him to be a part of this, you're wrong. Even though they don't understand it subconsciously, if they don't understand it consciously, subconsciously, what they're doing out of selfishness. See, it's not conscious, it's very subconscious. Let me explain, let me elaborate this, and then you'll understand. I drink. I mean, I don't. Let's assume that I drink. I want my friend to drink. Why would I want my friend to drink? I know that drinking is bad for me, then I wouldn't want my friend to drink because that would be a health hazard for him. But if I have to convince him, then the only reason I would do it too because I need to feel better about me drinking. Just me drinking and knowing that it's bad for me would make me feel bad. But if another person also drinks, if my friend drinks, then it's slightly more normalized. Then it's slightly bit more acceptable behavior. If four other people drink, then it's a bit more acceptable behavior. Then I don't have to feel that bad about it. If I live in a Western culture where everyone drinks, then drinking is not even something to be bothered about. Don't you see now how it comes out of a selfish place? When they tell you to be normal, they're telling you be like us, be like me. But you've already been there. You've walked past that point. You've separated yourself from those actions. But you're still holding on to those people, which is completely fine because they are people who are already in your life. And you don't have to be a toxic person and just push everyone away just because you got some revelation. Let them call you crazy. Let them criticize you. Smile back at them. My camera died. So, what I was saying was smile back at them. Use that as a motivation. Think, okay, they think I'm crazy. Of course, I'm crazy. I'm the madman working on myself. And when it comes, when my success comes, I'll be the one helping them out. That's when they realize. But of course, you're not going to wait till the chips go down. You're not going to wait till the flood will come because they're your friends. So, what you're going to do is you're going to keep guiding them. You're going to keep telling them about the journey. You're going to keep trying to bring them into this journey. And from my experience, the friends that I have tried so much to convince and finally got them into the journey, they still to this day thank me that Shaz, praise be to God, Shaz, because you brought us into this journey, everything changed. If you didn't, life would have been completely different. And I just smile back at them. And that's what keeps me moving. That's what convinces me to bring more people into this journey. Of course, if you want my help with anything, you can DM me on Instagram. If you want help with me mentoring yourself, structuring your life, making plans, setting goals for the future, things like that, you know what? Text me on Instagram. We'll work out what works for you. And there's a lot more videos on this channel, and you can watch them and you can help understand the patterns of the mind. You can go forward in life. That's what I'm here for. And yeah, like I said, if you want special help, DM me on Instagram, and I'll see you in another video. You rock.